Ambulance Dreams, a poem by Nancy Boutilier. Another ambulance arrives outside my house, this time bringing the neighbor to my left, fresh oxygen. I don't know his name, but I call him Jacob, because he's been wrestling gods and demons for years.
At 16, I learned to drive, and took special pride in making way for emergency vehicles. I love the wail of sirens, the prospect of rescue, the sign of hope. Now I walk the dog of a friend, losing sight and teeth out.
The guy in 3B got a new lease on his immune system, but his landlord shows less mercy. When the virus finally moved in, an ambulance was called to transport him elsewhere. A sign went up, flat for rent.
I used to comfort myself with ambulance dreams. On stifling summer nights when momentary relief from the canicular heat was to turn the pillow to the cool side, when the fan pushed the humidity around the room and the dull whir of the blades took none of the edge off of the heavy air. I'd cause accidents to soothe myself to sleep. I'd dream up car crashes, plane wrecks, and earthquakes, the chance to save somebody else while my own injuries went untended. I pictured twisted evidence of the calamity, doors dented, beams bent, glass shattered. My clothes were always tattered and blood-soaked. Amid flames and choked confusion, I'd be witness to all, pointing police to crisis, assisting rescue squads, telling the press what happened. Then, both victim and hero, I would drift off to sleep, as paramedics strapped me in and turned the ambulance towards sweet relief. Sleep saved me, temporarily, but in my dreams, I would endure painful surgery, watching the skin bubble and blister, lose use of both hands, respond to questions with the flap of an eye, try to lift unmovable legs as the night crawled through to morning.
I have always trained my dogs with the strange understanding that one day they would fetch my socks, bring books to my rooted lap, answer a doorbell I could not hear, or turn on and off the water tap. Riding a city bus, a ragged fellow with a shopping bag filled with umbrellas sat beside me and leaned on my shoulder. I thought he would ask for a dime, or if I had the correct time, but he looked at me tenderly and inquired, "Which of your past lives do you remember?" Not convinced that I believed the question, I let him fill in my silence. "You were blind in one life, severely crippled in another." Ambulances used to mark urgency, time running out. But today's emergencies, no less disastrous and cruel, are ongoing. An endless string of 1,000 unseen sufferings, crashless catastrophes without rescue teams. Ambulances have become another form of transport.
I'm still waiting for sirens,
for the chance to be calm in crisis and then rush away.
from the messy scene to a safe and soothing emergency.
Perhaps we are all waiting
in urgencies of our own,
to be rescued,
whisked away,
and finally made whole.